Hello everyone. So today we're doing a video on the newborn stage struggle. When babies are 0 to 3 months, those are called the newborn stage. They are also known as the 4th trimester. This is something that I learned when Jaden was 2 months old. When Jaden was born, the first month, 0 to the first month, it was the toughest time of my life. And Jaden was crying all the time. And I was depressed because I thought when baby come out, they're just going to be happy. They're going to cry. I knew that they were going to cry. I just didn't know that they were going to cry all the time. And then whenever I held him, he would cry because I didn't know how to hold him right. And I didn't know that. Back then, I didn't know there was a way that you're supposed to hold baby. I just thought you just hold the baby and that's it. Nope. There's a way to hold baby and they can feel better. I'll talk about that later. But he was just not smiling at me. And he didn't seem happy. He was grumpy all the time. And I was doubting myself. I was like, my baby doesn't love me. And I was depressed all the time. And now he's whiny now, but not as bad as the newborn stage. So let me pick him up so he can be a little bit happier right here. Right? Let's sit right here so we can keep talking. All right. And so then I found out there's a 4th trimester. From when you're pregnant, the 0 to 3 month is the first trimester. The 4 to 6 is the second. The 7 and up until you give birth is the 3rd trimester. I did not know there was a 4th trimester, which is when they're newborn stage between 0 to 3 months. Now, the 4th trimester is a crucial stage for the babies. They're going to be fussy, extra fussy, because they just came out from your warm belly, dark and filled with water, to this bright, cold world. And the worst part is their eyesight is blurry, so they cannot see anything. All they could do is smell and feel. So when you're not next to them, they're gonna be crying. And Jaden used to sleep in the bassinet. We had a designated bassinet for him, and I would just, rock him to sleep or breastfeed him to sleep and then put him in the bassinet. That worked until he was about almost 3 months, I believe, 2 to 3 months. And then I started bed sharing with him, of course. I'm just telling you that first 3 months is going to be rough. Imagine this. You moving from this country to another country that you don't know anything about. And everything is different and you can't see. How scared would you be? That's how scared babies are at that newborn stage. They can't see. They don't understand why, this world is cold, why it's not warm anymore, why is it not squishy and tight, belly wrapping around them anymore. So they will be fussy and they will be scared. That's why the swaddle does help, because it kind of gives them a sense of swaddling, feeling tight like the belly. So there's a couple tips that I would like to share that worked for me during Jaden's newborn stage. The first one is hold your baby. Rock them. That's obviously the number one thing to do, right? So, and there is a specific way to hold your baby. This is what I learned from my mom. She taught me how to hold your baby. So Jaden had reflexes in the beginning, and he was colicky, and I would breastfeed him, and sometimes after being breastfed, he would puke it all out. It would come straight flying out of his mouth. Sometimes it would come out of his nose, and it freaked me out, and I would have to pick him up. So there was one hold that specifically calmed him down, stopped him from crying, which is holding him up straight like this. He was much smaller. Now he's a lot bigger. But you can hold him straight up like this and then just, you know, hold it back like you're hugging someone. It comforts them. This hold comforts them. Even now, my husband can do this hold better than me because he's getting bigger and heavier, and walking around like this is just really tiring because he kind of want to climb on you and everything. But this hold calms them the best, no matter newborn stage or now. Now the second hold that I have is for to rock him to sleep. In the beginning, see, he's climbing on me right now. In the beginning, I didn't know how to hold babies. I just thought, hey, I just hold baby like this, right? And it would be okay. No, you have to hold baby kind of like chest to chest, and then just kind of hold their butts like this, and then chest to chest so they can hear your heartbeat. When they hear your heartbeat, they're gonna be much more calm. And then I have one arm on the bottom, one arm on the top, and you just hold them tightly. And you know, this works so well. He just woke up from a nap not too long ago, so he's not gonna fall asleep right now. But this works so well. Now sometimes when I just hold him and put his pacifier on him, and he will fall asleep. And then one of the good things that I don't have a pacifier on me right now, but I would stick a pacifier in his mouth and push his head towards my chest, and the pacifier stays in. They don't know how to suck on pacifier, and sometimes they just spit it out. But having this done, because the sucking does relax them, but they tend to spit it out because they don't know how to suck. So what I do, I have a Soothie pacifier. I just stick it in, and then I just hold him like this and have him, you know, have his face on my chest, and he won't be able to spit it out, and he would just fall asleep when I rock him like this. And it works every single time. He gets very comforted and he feels very warm in my arms. Try these two different kind of holding babies. I tried the YouTube online different type of hold. Didn't work for me. Every baby will be very different. So try different kind of hold just to see which hold your baby like. So this is the first tip. The second tip that I have is baby wearing. There's, for newborn stage, you can't use the baby carrier yet, but you can use is the ring sling. I had the ring sling when he was newborn stage, and it worked really good for me. So I could do things and he would sleep on me, and I could, you know, go on my computer and work on my things, my emails, my work messages. And then I recently just bought a baby wrap. I should have bought that baby wrap. See, he's sleepy already just by me rocking him. Okay, so I should have bought that baby wrap a long time ago. That baby wrap just works so well. Even now, he's almost 18 pounds. But it would have been nicer if I had bought that earlier when he was newborn stage. I just didn't know. If you don't know what baby wrap is, go back to my previous video, but I'm sure everybody knows, just me. I didn't know in the beginning. Baby wrap works so well. All right, and then the third tip is swaddle. You swaddle them and they feel comforting because it's that tight feeling of mama hugging them in their belly, or it doesn't matter what it is. Now, Jaden wasn't swaddled long. Swaddle worked best for him during like the first 6 weeks of his life, and then during the 8 to 10 weeks to 12 weeks, he was kind of like fighting out of it, and every time he would sleep, and then he would just, you know, struggle out of the swaddle. So at the end, I stopped swaddling and I start bed sharing with him, which is another tip that I have. But let's go to the next one, the skin to skin. If your baby is fussy, strip him naked, and then, you know, strip yourself naked too, and just hug the baby, The baby will feel your skin, and they will be much more comforting. It feels like they're still inside of you. You are everything the baby knows, because during that 10 month, he was inside of you. So you're everything that he knows. So he's not gonna be able to see you. So when he sees you, he's not gonna be like, oh, you're my mama, because he can't see you in that newborn stage. But he can feel you, he can smell you. So hold him skin to skin. And then feed on demand. feed on demand. Just whenever they're hungry, just feed. One of the good thing about nursing, it is that it's comforting. So when you feed him, when I fed him earlier, when he was a newborn, he would just stop crying. You know, in the beginning, when he was trying to learn to latch, he would cry. But after he learned how to latch, afterwards, nursing was very comforting for him. Every time I nursed him, he's just happy and comfy and content. So nursing is good. And if you can't nurse, bottle feed is good too. Like, it's just that sucking that makes them feel very happy. That's why they created pacifier, because the motion of sucking actually relaxed them. And then last but not least is co-sleep. The AAB recommends, parents co-sleep with baby for the first 12 months of their life. But my husband was on business trip a lot during the newborn stage, so it's just me and him. So to save my sanity, because it was just me, and he was waking up every hour, and to save my sanity, I started bed sharing with him. I would just lay sideways and then feed him laying down, and it actually, ever since he started bed sharing with me, he slept so much better. I'm not recommending this is what you have to do, but if you're at that, end of the rope and you're about to lose it, the bed sharing actually worked for me. It worked tremendously for me. When he fell asleep in my arms, I have a photo that because it was like the first month, and I got so scared. I woke up because I was feeding him, and then he fell asleep. He fell asleep in my arms, and I woke up and panicked. I'm like, oh my God, Jaden is still in me. Did I suffocate him or anything? He was fine. And my husband actually took a photo of us sleeping together, and I was a mess because I just gave birth and I was really chubby and everything. But, it was wonderful because that was the longest time that he slept in my arms. He felt me, he felt my warmth, and he just slept so well in my arms. Now, if you are going to bed share, there's a couple of tips that you should actually know. There's one, no smoking. Make sure you're not smoking. 2, make sure you're not intoxicated. Make sure you're not drunk, because if you're drunk, you can't feed your baby. You might suffocate the baby. Make sure the bed is clean. There's actually a sheet of paper that I'm going to insert that photo at the end of the photo slideshow to tell you what is safe of bed sharing. But it's actually pretty common in my country. I don't know about other countries, but my mom bed shared with my brothers, 2 of my brothers, until they're 5 years old, and then she bed shared with me afterwards. And then I bed shared with my mom for the longest time, because my dad and my brother immigrated to United States before me, and I was such a little kid, so my mom just bed shared with me until I moved here. But bed sharing is actually recommended by me because I enjoyed it. Even now he sleeps with me, and we both get so much more sleep just because he would wake up and now he would just breastfeed and fall right back to sleep. Before, I would have to stand up, pick him up, feed him, and then put him back to the bassinet, and if he wakes up, I have to restart again. That was horrible. And I was losing it because I was waking up almost every hour. And then ever since we started bed sharing, it worked. I'm able to get more sleep. I still wake up between 2 hours to 3 hours, but he has slept the longest, I believe it was 5 hours, 6 hours. So it was pretty good for me. I could be able to sleep with him and just feed him. And now, the other day, I woke up in the middle of the night because I felt like he was looking for my boob. So I could feel him. He was just looking for my boob, and it was actually very cute. I woke up like, what are you doing? But the reason why bed sharing can be safe is when you are breastfeeding, the baby is in your arms like this, so you can't really roll over to your baby because you can't roll over when you have your arms. So he is safe. So you just make sure, the bed is safe. See, he's fussy now. He's fussy and whiny now. All right. So just make sure your bed is safe so you can actually bed share with your baby. I'll insert that photo. I don't remember all the tips that they have, but I'm gonna insert that photos. I got that tip from the Facebook group, Sleepy Littles, and I'll insert that photo there so you know that what to do when you decide to bed share. Just make sure it's safe before you bed share with your baby, and then make sure you're more alert, because my husband is more afraid to bed share with him because he's not as alert as I am as a mom. But so that's why we sleep together right now, and my husband escaped to another room right now. He said he'll come back when he learned how to sleep in his room or in the crib. But as of right now, I'm still bed sharing because he still feeds at night. So we'll see how that goes. All right, and then the extra bonus that I have, it might not work on all the babies, but this is the extra bonus that I have. It's reading. Read to your babies. And this is the book that I got from Kaiser. There's no words, but it's black and white. And babies, especially newborn stage, they love the color black and white, the contrast. It attracts them. Even now, it still attracts them. So I used to sit on the sofa when he wakes up and just put that book in front of him. And he would just read the book. He would just look at it because it's black and white. And it grabs their attention. If your hospital is not Kaiser and you didn't get this book, order online. Amazon has a couple bucks and that's it. If I can find some, I'll link it down below. They should be like $3 to $6. They're very cheap. But these works. Like, he would read these and he would stop fussing. It works. And then you can put it in their crib too. I've heard some baby fall asleep looking at it. But not this one. My baby doesn't fall asleep looking at books. And the other book, this is the book that I got from Kaiser. The first appointment. I went in when I was pregnant, and this is the first appointment. They give you a box filled with like baby knowledge and stuff. This was in them. And it's like a touch feel book. It has like the furs of the doggies. And then it has, you can feel the bowls, the drinking bowls. And then the toy, it's like a feel book where you can feel, touch and feel these kind of stuff. And he likes it too. I've been reading this to him. He likes it too. And there's the funny thing about it is there's an English version and a Spanish version. It's on the same book. So you can read to your baby in Spanish or English. And then we just finished our 6-month appointment and they gave us another book called Baby Faces. This is a really cute book because it would actually show you, like this one, it says yucky. And then the baby face is yucky. He actually enjoys it. Stinky. Stinky. Oh, this is stinky, right? He actually likes it. So if you're a Kaiser, your health provider's Kaiser, then you'll get this at the 6-month appointment. Really good. I like this book. But this book has been extra useful to me. The black and white baby book, it says hello baby. Very useful. They can't do much in the beginning. You can't play with them. But they can read, surprisingly, right? I did not know. When people told me that baby can read when they're a newborn stage, I'm like, are you kidding me? Newborn baby reading? Yeah, boy, was I wrong. They gave us, when we went out of hospital, and I didn't even think about it. And I just left it on the table. And then one day I just picked it up when he was 2 months. And I'm like, let me try this. And it worked. And I was like, man, I should have started this earlier. So if you're at the newborn stage right now, pick up a black and white book. Use the one Kaiser give you, or just go on Amazon to buy some of the black and white book. I'll link some below so you can just click on it and buy it. But these books are amazing. They will love black and white book because they can't see much, but they can see black and white. Even now, he's still looking at it. He still really likes this book. But he tends to chew on it. Now he can chew on it. But before he would actually look at it, and then just look at a page nonstop. So this is very useful. In the beginning, during the 0 to 3 months, you're not gonna have much of toys to play him, you know, to give him to play. You're not gonna have much of toys, but you are going to be able to let him read. It's a quiet time for him and you. You can just, I just put him on my lap and then just let him read, and it worked so well. All right, so these are pretty much all the tips that I have today. I hope that this can help your baby. I hope some of them will work for your baby. If not, and if there's more tips you would like to share, please comment down below. I'm sure there are other tips that I have missed. I'm a first-time mom too, so if there's more tips, please comment down below, and I will be able to use it when I have my second baby too. But if you have any more questions, please comment down below and let me know, and I'll try to make a video on that to help you out from what I've learned. If you like this video, please click on thumbs up. All right, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. Still looking at the book. Bye-bye. Bye. See you next time.